3DJ, Will Rock Time and Leo Will Rock Morning Show, 8:14. Free tax advice today. Julie is here from April Tax Service. Text or call 800-223-9510, and we will get some of those answered coming up. And we'll try and keep Leah out of jail. That'll be fun, too. It's 8:14.
Sunny and 35 for today, 23 overnight, 35 for tomorrow, 50s by Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Nice.
I'm really excited about this. It's 27 in Antioch, 29 in Elgin.
800-223-9510, the number for text or talk or whatever you want to do for free tax advice with the April Tax Service today. 800-223-9510. 501 Friday, Thirsty Horse Pub and Grill this Friday. We got $3 bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light on special. We got tickets for that Godsmack show with STP and Dorothy at the CU1 Amphitheater in June, and Stain, Seether, and Hinder. They're at the Credit Union 1 Amphitheater in September. All of that this Friday at 501. Right there on the border, Thirsty Horse Pub and Grill, corner of 45 and North Ave in Bristol. We'll see you there Friday, 501 with Miller Lite and Will Rock. Bad news, good news. Bad news is you only got 3 days to figure out Valentine's Day, and if you need a babysitter, you're probably out of luck. And they do that surge pricing. This is babysitter making money time on Valentine's Day. They know they got you. It's a Saturday night too. How about this? Good news. The Village of Antioch steps up. They are ready to take care of your kids. Drop your kids off at Parents' Night Out. The kids will enjoy games, crafts, Valentine's fun. They're even going to feed them dinner. Kids 5 to 12 are welcome. Just $20 a kid. You can't get a babysitter for Valentine's night for $20. Village of Antioch's going to feed them and show them a good time. Not only that, you get to go out then and have a great night in downtown Antioch. Food, great dining options, cozy spots, and Hometown Charm. Now, listen, if you want them to watch your kids, spots are limited, and I'll tell you how to get in on that in just a moment. But you get signed up, and then you head out and enjoy the evening in downtown Antioch and find out why Sherman's Travel has named Antioch the #1 historic town in Illinois. Again, space is limited for the kids. If you want to get in on this, $20 a kid, ages 5 to 12. They'll watch them. You can sign up now. It goes from 5 to 9, by the way, Saturday night. You can sign up now, get your kids in on this, enjoyantioch.com, and then you go out and have a great Valentine's in downtown Antioch. That's enjoyantioch.com. All right, Julie's here from April Tax Service. We'll give it a little more time for the text questions to roll in, 800-223-9510. So we'll kill some time with
my question.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't just a Leah thing. This is other people have been in this situation
Julie
too.
is in here is because you wanted free tax advice. So anyway,
so
no. Everybody. I had questions. I don't understand like where we're at with the filing and all that stuff and the new. Like they change things every year and all of that. It's maddening.
It is.
It's got like you're a person who understands it and it's maddening. For the rest of us, I'm like, I don't know what the differences are or what I'm supposed to do or whatever. So you got to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
This year, I promise Brett at Kinnaman is like, you're going to drop your stuff off like 3 days before the deadline. I'm working on it now. I'm going to get my stuff in early because you guys.
Yes.
It's an avalanche at the end.
It is.
And if you don't get it in sooner than at the end, you got to file an extension.
Yeah.
And if you owe money, you have to pay the money, even though you don't know how much you would owe because you haven't done your taxes yet.
It's an extension of time to file, not time to pay.
Right.
No, they want their money.
They want their money. So if you got to pay, but you don't know because anyway, what are your questions?
So, and we've been dealing with this the last couple of years. My son worked a job, but he wasn't making enough where he had to file. Well, now he has a big boy job. He makes enough where he has to file, and he has turned 18 since last year.
Right.
My question is, do we still all file together or does he have to file separately?
He's going to be filing his own tax return this year.
And I said,
going to be off yours.
I told her that. And but I said, is there still such a thing as head of household? Do they get that? Is that a thing anymore?
No, there is head of household, but he doesn't qualify. Head of household is for a person who's single that has dependents.
Okay.
So he wouldn't qualify for that.
So if you're like divorced and you have a kid and you split time, the kid splits time, one of you can file.
One of you would be head of household
for the kid, and the other one you're on.
I remember
you don't get the deduction.
You don't get the
my parents. Right. That was like in their divorce agreement, like you get them odd year, even stuff like that. But so we still though.
You don't get him as a deduction anymore. Even though he lives with you, you don't get him as a dependent.
Do we get his money?
No, you don't get.
Well, that's up to
him. That is between you and him.
Yeah.
You can't say to the government, "Send me his refund." Yeah. You can't say that.
No,
he's on his own. You're on your own, and you're not getting anything for him.
He's only worth $500 to you at this point. Anyways.
He's not even worth that. I've met him. No. He's a wonderful child.
He will file separately
he's
from
us. File his own tax return. He's going to be off of your return.
Even though he was 17 at the beginning of last year.
Will you stop fighting it?
I'm just trying. I'm really just trying to understand. I'm not alone.
So if this year he turned 18,
right?
He's gone. Even if he turns 18 on December 31st, she doesn't get it.
It depends. Yeah, she doesn't because he's not going to college. If he was in college and he was working and he made income, then he would still be on your tax return.
Son of a bitch.
But because he's not,
can he take half a credit at CLC?
It would be at least full time or half time. So he's going to be at least part time student.
Right. So he's not too bad. Anyway.
So if he's off doing working like an adult,
he's on his own and she's on her own or whatever.
But he lives in my house and eats my food and uses my electricity and my gas and and.
Got to push him out the nest, said the guy who had a kid living in his 30s.
Okay.
So push him out the nest.
Man.
Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, they don't leave soon. They'll never leave.
So he owes us $500 is what I'm hearing.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to let him know.
You don't get anything for him. And that had a household thing that's if you have a dependent, you're splitting with someone
or no, just a dependent, single parent.
Yeah. But both people can't claim that. Yeah.
No. It's only one person in the household. So if you're in a relationship but not married and you have two people two adults in the household and one kid, the
Yeah.
kid goes with the person who earns the most money, and that person gets the head of household status.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to pay to be head of household.
Information that would have been useful 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Head of household gets you
Maybe I did that. I don't know.
more than
So,
51%
yeah.
of the of everything in the house.
But we're talking about a $500 deduction.
Well, no, for younger kids,
it's more.
It's
much more.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
her two younger ones are worth $2,200.
Can I
right
borrow
now.
one of them? Can I take one? Can I give me your children?
There you go.
No, that
Don't recommend.
Taking
IRS is
people's-
getting better at that.
at figuring out it. Were there people who borrowed children?
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
a thing.
Well, I guess there's a whole list of people that did
Yeah.
things to children, but that doesn't come out, so
No,
we're fine. So her son,
Mhm.
he's going to file probably the simplest. He's got one W-2,
One W-2.
Too.
and nothing else.
Right.
He doesn't need a preparer really, but what's the best way for somebody with simple taxes? Because this is Jake too.
Yeah.
This is, what's the easiest way?
They could do like a TurboTax online or the or all the other. There's a bunch of online ones that are free. I'd be careful with some of them.
You still have to pay the
because you still-
$50,
You're
right,
still
for the
pay- Some of
program?
them are you paying for them. They throw like if you listen to your commercial you're running right now for TurboTax, it says like only 37% of the people are eligible for the free tax. So there's
What do you
catches.
got? You got to how little you make or something,
Yeah,
or you
well,
got to be
just-
under a line.
I think it's what you need
The
to file
simplicity.
and- yeah.
Yeah.
Can
How
you just
simple
like
is
when
it?
I was a boy, we
Mhm.
had the 10 to 90, we had the easy form,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
1040 easy,
easy. Yeah.
and it was like one page, like
Mhm.
nothing,
Yeah.
and you stuck it in an envelope and you sent it in with your W-2s and you were done.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it. That's when I
Yeah.
did my taxes.
Yep.
Is that's not still a thing? You can't fill out a form and stick it in an envelope and send it in, or is
You
it?
can, and then you can wait about 6 months for your refund.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it's
where-
going to take some time.
And where are these forms? Online, I'm assuming?
Online.
You just have to go to the post office and get
Yep.
them. When I was a boy. But
How
you're-
much?
When I
you're-
started,
yeah.
I did these by hand.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. All right.
How much does someone have to make to have to file?
It depends on. It's more
Because
how
we're
much-
on the bubble here. We're very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Leah's
Um,
got another
if
job
you're-
now. She might be making
If
it.
you're under the standard deduction, you wouldn't have to file, but a lot of people do because they had withholdings. They
Yeah.
had money
So-
taken out, so you want to get that money back.
There are people who do not have to file.
Yes. So a lot of my seniors don't
Yeah.
have to because if they're only on pensions and Social Security, it's under that standard deduction, then they don't need to file. And I just tell them don't have taxes withheld and you're good. To
You
go.
don't send anything in? You don't?
No.
Really?
Yeah. And that because the IRS has all those documents, they run your.
We might
they'll
make
run
under
it.
that amount here.
No,
so
we
might be
don't.
able to.
Well, because that was
yeah.
the issue with my
With the old
oldest.
company, that was like,
Yeah.
you'll make $3 a year to shut up.
The last few years, my oldest was working, but he wasn't making the money to even have it be worth it to do that.
All right.
So
All right.
I just wasn't. I didn't know if there was like an actual number, like
Yeah.
$15,000.
No, and what we do with the kids, because a lot of them do have some money withheld,
Mhm.
is if we do the parents' return, we just charge $20 to do the kiddie return.
That's
Oh,
okay.
there you
Just
go.
to make
All
it,
right.
so, and then
Yeah.
we know the kids aren't out there trying to use themselves as their own dependents
Yeah.
and screwing up the parents' tax return.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Kids is figuring out another way to screw up the parents. All right. You got questions? We'll go to the text line for it. Julie is here from April Tax Service, 800-223-9510, talk or text, and we'll get a bunch of those answered. And, she's got to go do tax people stuff. So, but send them in now. We're going to answer coming up in just a couple of minutes. It's 8:27.
Sunny and 35 for today, 23 overnight, 35 tomorrow, 50s this weekend. It is loading.
So El Paso, we were talking about earlier, they shut down the airport and somebody texted in who was stationed there.
Yeah, they're a veteran. They were stationed at what is it?
Fort Bliss.
Yeah.
It's right next to the El Paso airport. So and it's like I said, it's in the middle of the state, not the top. I was saying the top, but it's landlocked, so it's not an ocean thing that we're invading.
But didn't he say that it
maybe
shares?
it's right on the border with Juarez. So maybe we're invading Mexico. I don't know
perfect.
what's going on. No, or something's going on at that.
It's weird. It's weird.
But
And
they're not saying.
They're not saying.
It's
Yeah,
very
I don't
strange.
love that. I don't
the
love
airport
that.
is closed for how long? 10 days.
Yeah.
And I was going to go to El Paso,
Oh,
too.
darn
Man.
it. It is time for the 95 WIIL Rock 95 second update brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters, UA Local 118, Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVAC techs in southeastern Wisconsin. A man in his 50s died early Tuesday morning after his vehicle drove off the roadway and into a conservation area near Richmond with emergency crews, finding him and pronouncing him dead at the scene. Authorities are investigating the cause of the single vehicle crash. A person of interest was detained for questioning in the abduction of Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy. They have now been released. The FBI also released surveillance video, and there was some sort of activity on the Bitcoin account from the ransom note, but nothing else has been revealed about the suspect except that it's not a member of the family.
That video thing is a little unnerving as well. She had not a Ring, but the other one, a Nest camera.
Nest camera, yeah.
And that video is from her Nest camera, but her Nest camera she wasn't paying for it. It wasn't active. It wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yet they were able to still get the
100%.
video off the cloud. I'm like, why does Nest have video I never said I wanted them to have? Like I'm like, I'm not paying for it anymore. I don't want this video. Yet that video was still recorded and available.
Just like the A word isn't listening unless you say her name.
Right.
That's BS.
She's totally listening. She has to be listening for her name.
They have recordings.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sports.
I've stopped murdering
Okay.
around
Well,
electronic devices.
Okay. Wow.
So they're always listening.
Sports brought to you by
really kind of freed up my,
right.
my personal time.
We have so much other
things
time for other activities.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service. Chimney leaking, call Pratt's today for a free estimate. The Bucks are at Orlando tonight. The Bulls visit Boston. Team USA snagged 5 more medals at the Olympics yesterday, 3 silver and 2 bronze. At the end of day 4, Norway led with 12 medals. Team USA was 4th with 7. Do you want a kicker?
Did you tease one?
I didn't.
Well, then we'll do one later.
Okay.
We've got a lot of questions for Julie from April Tax Service. Free tax advice today. 800-223-9510. We'll get those answered next. Coming up on Will Rock.
Previously on the Will Rock Morning Show.
Wendy's, because, usually you get the beef, right?
Don't ruin Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's. I worked everywhere.
I'm not going to ruin it.
I loved working. I loved it when I worked at Wendy's.
Wendy's is in some trouble, though, or at least it seems like they're going to be after this story came out of video. And it's not just a story, there's video proof. But what can you believe online anymore, right?
Yeah, like the AI videos. I
never
see
know.
people
I never
now
know.
they posted, AI of this and that and the other, especially over the weekend. There was a lot with the Super Bowl and the halftimes and all. And I'm like, how do you believe that?
I was watching an adult movie the other day.
What?
I stopped and I was like, wait a second. Is this AI? I think that it was AI.
The world is, I keep saying the world's about to change.
Yeah.
Porn stars are going to be out of work.
Yeah, they are.
Tell me AI porn isn't going to be better than human porn.
I don't know, man.
They got apps where you can type in what you want and it will show you exactly what you want.
It looks fake. Like I could tell it was fake.
I don't care if they have 6 fingers as long as the other stuff is right.
Yeah, okay. I didn't like it at all.
AI still has trouble with hands. That's about our one only hope right now.
Well, this video circulating online shows what appears to be a shirtless person getting a back tattoo inside the Wendy's dining room in Gastonia.
I did that when I worked at Wendy's. That's where we would always go and get our back tattoo.
I got a back tattoo at a bar.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it was in the basement. It wasn't like no one could see through the window and see me getting my tramp stamp.
When you were 12 or whatever you were.
14.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Officials say eating establishments aren't licensed tattoo locations. Health inspectors.
Can't get a tattoo down to the Wendy's?
No.
I want a Dave's single with cheese and a... What rhymes? Here you go. You want fries with that? Yes. And then they bring you French fries. You're like, no, I want a tattoo of fries right here on my thigh.
Oh my gosh.
Fries on my thigh.
Fries on my thigh. I had a dream the other day that I got like the weirdest tattoos. I have no idea where this came from.
Was it a Frosty?
No. One was a tattoo on my thigh, and it was of the food that I ate while we were in Watuco.
Okay.
It was like a platter of nachos with like the...
If you're going to get a tattoo done...
the beans, and then
and
when I ate it, you would look over the ocean. So it was a thigh tattoo of nachos, their version of nachos, then with water in the background. That was my thigh tattoo. And then
you really loved those nachos.
I did. And then on my back, I got a tattoo of just the outline
of
Bigfoot.
Okay.
I woke up and I was like, dear God.
I don't know where to begin with this one.
Dear God, please don't let this be a thing I actually did. Checking my thigh. I'm looking in the mirror at my back.
Computer.
What can I do for you?
I would like you to do a dream interpretation. If Leah got a tattoo of nachos on her thigh and Bigfoot on her back, what would that mean about her mentally, emotionally?
Well, that's quite the combo. Based on tattoo psychology, thigh tattoos suggest confidence and adventure, while back pieces show strength and boldness. Nachos might represent someone who embraces life's simple pleasures and doesn't take themselves too seriously, while Bigfoot could indicate a fascination with mysteries or a desire to stay elusive. Honestly, though, it sounds like Leah would just be someone who knows how to have fun and isn't afraid to show her quirky side.
Eating nachos with Bigfoot is indeed fun. Can you roast her for these tattoos, please?
Oh, Leah's going for the I peaked at a gas station at 2 a.m. aesthetic. A nacho tattoo on her thigh screams, I make life decisions based on what's available at 7-Eleven. And Bigfoot on her back? That's just her way of telling the world she believes in things with about as much evidence as her good judgment.
Nailed it. Thank you.
I like that she called me quirky.
The soundtrack to your morning. 95 Will Rock.
Yeah. Are there any other tax songs you want me to play? That's the only one I can think of. You got other? Are there other? You're an accountant.
really aren't.
That's it. That's all
Many
you
tax
got.
songs. No.
All right. Julie's here from April Tax Service. Free tax advice today. 800-223-9510. Talk or text. Somebody's on the phone. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
It's your boss.
Uh-oh.
Which boss? I work in a building where I have 0 coworkers and 3 bosses. Which boss are you?
The mailman.
Oh, okay. It's the Mark Mailman Mailer afternoons 2 to 7 here on Will Rock. What's up, boss? You got a tax question? We don't make enough to pay taxes.
Have you gone to the bathroom yet?
He hasn't.
Didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Did he?
I've been waiting all morning.
I did it at home before I came in. So
You have not gone to the bathroom?
Okay, I'll try and conjure one up for you, boss. So when the guy started, like, how long? 2 years ago? How long have you been the boss for?
Almost.
3 years ago? He came in and he's bragging about a bidet he has at home. And we're like, and he's like, oh, I'll install one at work. No problem. 3 years later, he hadn't done it yet. So we called him out on it on the CFG. Yeah. Now, did you install 2? Is there one in the men's and one in the ladies, or just for the men?
No, there is one in the men's, but I got the updated version, so it has a feminine option as well.
Leah, you can go in.
I know we talked about this Saturday.
Leah doesn't poop at work. She doesn't like our bathrooms here.
Well, I also don't love the men's bathroom, and we had this conversation. Him and his wife and I had a conversation about this on Saturday. Like, why did you not buy 2?
Let's be honest, we're on radio.
All right, we do not have the money for
we
that.
We cannot write this off.
The other question is how is it nice? Was it warm? Does it warm the water? Does it?
I am telling you though, after I installed it with blood, sweat, and tears last night to the wee hours of the morning.
You christened it?
Apparently the water pressure is extremely well in our building. So,
okay.
Oh boy.
All right,
I wouldn't go on. Do not go on full blast.
All right,
that's a warning.
We got the Ass Blaster 2000 in there. All right.
He had to go in though, and can you tell him the story
How long
about
did it take to install?
Wait a second, I'm in the middle of a sentence. Can you tell him the story about going in and asking our boss though?
You had to ask permission from Carl to install plumbing?
Yes, because I had to change the structural integrity of the bathroom, I guess you would say.
Okay.
So
if this thing knocks us off the air, we're in trouble.
So what happened?
What happened? Why did it gush everywhere?
I know. I went in there and I said, "Can I ask you the dumbest question I've ever asked you?" And he said, "Sure." And I said, "Can I install a bidet in the bathroom?" And he looked me in the eyes and he said, "Please." And he laughed.
Carl's got a very dirty backside. Our boss he's just never been proficient with toilet paper.
No, let's ask Julie. Can we write this off on our taxes?
That was going to be my segue back into Julie. Is this a write-off? Is this a work expense?
Well, you can't take work expenses anymore if you're a W-2 employee.
Damn it.
Don't tell Matt he's going to go take the thing out. He's going to go rip it out now. I have never tried harder to conjure up some poo, and I'm working on it mentally right now. So I want to give it a try.
Mark, I've been waiting all morning. For every time you have walked out, I've been waiting for you to come back in because I knew Tuesday night was the night it was happening.
Oh, man, that was going to be a good... Go ahead,
I couldn't believe when I woke up and I didn't have any phone calls, no texts.
Yay! We got a bidet! Finally, I'm getting treated the way I should be treated as a regional treasure. I will have the cleanest anus in radio. Wow. Yay! That is awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, boss.
Thank you so much, boss.
I think we should do a bidet a day in the month of May.
There's our giveaway, a bidet, and you have to go out and install them because you don't have any work to do. How long did it take to install it? That was my question.
I had some issues. It's a tight area back there, and then I didn't realize how dirty the walls were. So then I cleaned the walls, mopped the floors. Then I
what does this bidet do? The walls are dirty. What the hell's going on in there?
I'll be right back.
Just spraying stuff everywhere. Yeah.
Have you ever detailed and looked?
I don't know. No, I keep my head down when I'm in the bathroom. All right. Well, thank you for that. Did anybody christen it though, or would I be the first if I got in there now?
I haven't heard from you. No, I didn't. So I don't think anybody did.
Well, I'm trying to conjure. I got to go eat some Raisin Bran. I'm gonna get it done today. I have a plan. All right. Well, thanks for doing that. But somebody needs to give you the hotline. You know, he's calling on the 800 number. You know, we have a hotline, right? That's for all of my bosses to call and bitch at me, and you don't have it. So, but thanks for this is probably the nicest work perk I've ever gotten.
Mhm.
So, thank you, boss.
All right. Enjoy your So Fresh and So Clean. I'll
Thank
see
you, buddy.
later.
Yeah, I'll send you a video later.
Thanks.
All right, there you go. There you go. There's,
It's not weird at all.
there's Mark the mailman mailer.
God, I've been keeping that secret since Saturday.
Yeah.
It was killing me.
Keep Saturday. I told you I was going to.
He told me Saturday, like I'm going to stay after work on Tuesday and I'm going to install this bidet. He told me, though, do not call me Wednesday morning when Tom takes a. And I said he does every morning about 7.
See, I'm late on my coffee. I'm drinking my coffee now. That's what kicks me into gear. So if I suddenly run out, it's because I'm going to go clean my backside. Julie's like, what show am I on?
She knows.
Why am
How
I
long have
in
you been
here?
listening?
Very long.
Do you remember
100
we
years.
had the thing called, it was the shiny hiney, and I took it home and it was a brush that you clean your backside with. It's like a
Like a
it was-
toilet brush, but for your
yeah. And I went and I used, do you remember that? I
do remember
I
that.
took a
yes.
shower live on the air.
Oh,
and
gross.
Yeah.
This show is, if nothing else, about having a clean backside.
Mhm.
We're here for you. Tax questions on the text line. Let's see what we have here. Okay. I owe money from last year and owe again this year. Can April tax help set up a payment plan with the IRS? I also never owe, but for some reason I owe the last 2 years because you got to change your withholdings.
Yes.
Yeah, so
That's the
that they
main
take
thing.
more out.
We could help you with the payment plan, but you can just do it online with the IRS, just irs.gov, and it's make a payment, and you can go through there and make a
You
payment
got to
plan.
talk to like a person, or is it a
No,
computer thing?
you just do it all
Do they have an
online.
amount that you're required that you got to put in like 10% every year, or what?
They
was it
want
like
they want to be able to get it paid off within 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but
All
they're
right.
charging you interest, but it's only about 8%, so it's
All
not
right.
That's
horrible.
so a lot.
only
Yeah.
8%.
But it's not like a credit card,
All right.
so
No,
it's better
Not
than
Could be
29%.
worse.
Yeah.
All right. Could you explain the no tax on overtime as only being on the 0.5%, not the full overtime? People don't believe me.
Mhm.
It's not what you think
It is not, and
No.
that's been a shocker for a lot of
It
people.
was like hey, no tax on that, and everybody's like, yay, and it's like, no,
no, it's just on the 0.5 part of it. So if you make $20 an hour normally, you work overtime, you get $30 an hour. You're only getting that $10 difference.
So it's
a
the
credit.
overtime amount you're not
Overtime
getting
amount.
taxed on.
Right.
But that's still, if you're
But
busting
still
your ass that
substantial.
much, it's nice to get a little break.
Mhm.
I've had
But
people.
those of us who don't get paid overtime are like,
Right.
well, no tax on tips thing is not what they say it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And like those of us who don't get paid overtime and those of us who don't get paid in tips, I'm like, but wait, I'm still full fare. There's no
Yeah.
discount for me because I'm not
No,
in the service industry or I work overtime, but I'm on salary. They found a lot of work for us once we went on salary. So,
oh yeah.
yeah. But and what about the tips one?
The tips, that's just we're generating it off of their W-2 where the little tip tells us for tips, and
So they're still paying on their whatever per
They're
hourly.
they're paying on their hourly, they're paying Social Security and Medicare on their tips. They're just getting a break on the taxes.
On the
federal
taxes, and
tax.
it's just the federal taxes,
Right.
state taxes. You're still
state tax.
so it's not a real windfall or anything. Nobody's
but
buying
it's-
a.
I'm
but
like,
it's
I've had
something.
people that have gotten an extra $1,000 of refund because there's no overtime.
Well, and if
and
you're in the
so
service
it's
industry in
everything.
general, you're busting your ass, and you're not getting rich. So I think
Right.
the people that deserve a little break.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, it's helping them. It's it's better than it was.
and
so it's
nothing.
not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
So
yeah. All right. I'm trying to figure out a way to work some overtime so I can not pay taxes
good
on
luck.
on whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the other
Somebody
ones-
told me if we there's a way we can like log our we get paid extra for endorsements and
Mhm.
things like that. If I could get them to write that up on my like my paycheck or
Right.
whatever as overtime instead of as talent fees, then
Yeah.
I would get that tip discount.
right.
Does that sound like something I should do, or am I going to prison?
No, you wouldn't be going to prison, but
Yeah.
I think it would be hard to say that was because it's how they are doing it. They're going off of the federal labor laws.
Yeah.
So that's how they're they're figuring
There's
this all
still
out.
labor laws. I thought we could do
Yeah.
anything to the
Yeah,
working
you
class.
know,
Anyway,
yeah.
all right. Well, there you go. So do you think we've explained the no tax on tips and overtime?
Yeah, I still don't really understand it.
Yeah.
Hire a professional.
It's just
Yeah.
not a windfall you thought it was going to be,
Right.
but it's there, and have a professional do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't end up in
Right.
not prison.
Especially this year, because it's on the overtime. It's not necessarily on your W-2 because they did this in the middle of the summer. So that everything wasn't in place for everybody to get it on their paychecks properly.
Can
Can
So
we
we're
just
looking
take
at
all the
pay
paperwork
stubs.
and throw it at the wall
and see what sticks.
and see what sticks?
Sure. Yeah. No, we look at your last pay stub. We take a third of it, and that's how we figure out.
There
the
you go. All
overtime.
right. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that you're making it up as you go too, Julie. It's 8:53. That's what the government has given her to work with, though,
Yep.
right?
That's how they told us to figure it
Best
out.
you can do. It's the best you can do. Yeah, just ballpark it.
Yeah. But next year it's going to be on the W-2.
All right.
So
This
next
year
it'll
we're
be official.
eyeballing our taxes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Great. What could possibly go wrong? All right.
Nothing.
More questions from the text line coming up. Free tax advice with April Tax Service today. 800-223-9510. Free tax advice waiting for you this morning on the Will Rock Morning Show with Tom and Leah. 800-223-9510. We'll go to the text line. Got a bunch of questions for Julie from April Tax Service. And then we will release her so that she can go and enjoy a day of tax preparing bliss. You like it. You went into this
I
on
do.
purpose.
Yes, I did.
It gives me a headache. I wouldn't do this to save my life, but
I'm-
different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 33 years.
Any retirement on the horizon or anything? Or everybody asks me that now too. I'm like,
Yeah.
am I old? Why is everybody asking me that?
Well, my husband is 74, so he would like to. If I told him tomorrow he could retire, he'd be gone.
Yeah.
But I'm still enjoying it.
Enjoying it.
Enjoying
Well,
it.
that's good. You like what you do.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I
and
like
what you do because of the way the government goes, it
Right.
changes every year.
It's always different.
interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, because I enjoy seeing my clients every year. So,
Yeah.
I've had some that I've had when they were teenagers,
Yeah.
and now they've married, have kids, and now I'm doing their kids' tax returns.
Some are
so-
exhausting. Emily's exhausting.
Well,
She's
yeah.
She has you do
Yeah.
hers or whatever. So all right. April Tax Service 2A's because they're April-rific. And you can find them online at April with 2A's.com. Text your questions in now 800-223-9510 and we'll get a bunch answered next.
Sunny 35 for today, 23 overnight, 35 for tomorrow, 50s by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Bring it. It is 26 right now in Kenosha and 28 in Mundelein. And this Colorado man says his lunch turned into a literal pain in the gut. That story and warning is on the way after the 95 WIIL wreck. 95 second update. An adult male driver escaped injury Tuesday afternoon after his vehicle left the roadway and sheared off a utility pole in Woodstock. He was assessed at the scene and declined further medical treatment. However, emergency crews had to close down Dean Street while ComEd responded to the damaged pole. Lee County Sheriff's K-9 teams logged nearly 500 deployments in 2025. The sheriff's office says the teams deployed led to 90 arrests and the recovery of 35 people, including endangered missing persons. K-9s also helped seize drugs like fentanyl and meth and recover 27 firearms. Sheriff John Eidelberg says that the K-9 unit remains a critical asset to public safety in Lake County. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Bucks are at Orlando tonight. The Bulls visit Boston. Team USA snagged 5 more medals at the Olympics yesterday, 3 silvers, 2 bronze. At the end of day 4, Norway led with 12 total medals. Team USA was 4th with 7. And speaking of Norway, that Olympian that won the bronze medal and apologized publicly to his ex-girlfriend after he cheated on her and said that he wished that he could share that moment with her. She responded and expressed that it was hard to forgive not only the actions, but the public nature of the apology.
Please don't expose my worst wound on the biggest world stage.
Right. But he didn't call her out by name. I think that it was a grand gesture and
because it would be hard to look, and see who he was dating 6 months ago.
Mhm.
It would probably be hard to find that out.
Probably.
It's yes. If it's a last ditch,
I think that was
grand gesture is last ditch.
Yeah,
You
I think
know?
it was, and it doesn't look like it's going to work out for them.
No.
So he's cute.
All right, and semi-trustable. Maybe he learned his lesson.
Maybe
Yeah.
people make mistakes.
Yeah. All right.
And finally, very litigious society that we live in these days.
Very much so.
But this Colorado man says that his lunch turned into a literal pain in the gut. Okay. So he is suing Walmart after eating take and bake bread straight from the package. He thought that it was just bread and the bread was.
So it's like a loaf that's like ready to go in the oven,
Yeah, I'm assuming like
par baked or whatever. Or
I don't get these, but my sister-in-law for holidays, she gets the rising, like you put them out and they rise and then you have to put them in.
them.
So that's what I'm imagining.
All right.
But
so he's eating dough.
He ate the uncooked dough. It expanded and cooked in his stomach.
It's the worst stolen dough I've ever eaten, and I feel semi-bloated.
He didn't steal it. He paid for it. But it landed him in the hospital for 3 days with severe
Well, I
pain.
thought he was eating it out of the package at the store.
No, he brought it home
Oh,
and he ate it for lunch
did
at
not-
work. Yeah.
He did. It was taken. He was baked.
Baked. Yeah.
So it's this is weird. Oh my god. Yeah.
So the lawsuit claims the bread looked fully baked,
Okay.
but like, does it taste full? I don't know. Have you eaten raw dough before? Like,
I mean, yeah.
cookie dough.
Yeah,
I never bread dough.
Yeah. I've frozen pizza. I'm picking toppings and cheese off, eating it
Mhm.
from the frozen state. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
desperation, but
Whatever,
you just
like-
wait for the pizza to be done.
Well, there's sometimes if I'm having a pizza, it's probably the middle of the night and I'm a gummy or two
Yeah,
in.
right.
So I'm not a lot of patience there. Now I know I can sue the pizza company for the pizza not being baked when I pull it out of the freezer. You know?
No, it's proper. The package, I guess, didn't have the proper instructions on that. I'm going to assume that your frozen pizza
Did have instructions.
You just
I don't
couldn't
know.
read.
I don't know. I made pasta the other night, and
I'm about to eat some actually.
and it said like, you know, boil the water, whatever, and then it said
pasta's not hard.
right, you just cook it al dente. Well, okay, I made Texas toast out of the freezer, you know, because I had whatever, and it said bake it at 400. I'm doing it in the air fryer.
Yeah.
It said bake it at 400, and it said the length of baking will
vary depending
or whatever
on. That's
so,
how
you know,
they cover their ass.
But they didn't put a basic time. They didn't put a time on there
Ah.
at all.
Oh, so you just had
So
to
I'm like, just keep sticking your head in the oven, I guess, which I've considered sticking my head in the oven anyway now that I've got gas. So loving the vehicle I'm driving right now. It is a Kia Sportage, and it's mine. I didn't have to buy a car for like 3 decades. When it was time to buy one, yeah, I shopped around. I'd driven a lot of different vehicles. I landed on Kia, and the Sportage was the vehicle I want. Test drove a bunch of different Sportages, found the exact model I wanted, and then got a great deal at Classic Kia. Yeah, I shopped around for Kia dealerships too. And the one that I went to was Classic Kia for a whole bunch of reasons. Obviously, they're going to give me a great price. If I had a trade, they'll give you up to 120% of Kelly Blue Book for your trade, but they took care of financing for me. And I got to tell you, I had a great feeling after the whole deal was worked out and I left with my new Kia. I didn't question whether or not I got a good deal, whether I was treated with respect and properly, because I was a Classic Kia. And that's not a feeling you get at every car dealership. Go on into Classic Kia, talk to them about the Kia you want. They're going to get you the best deal on the exact vehicle. They're going to hook you up with financing, and they're there for you before, during, and after the sale. You'll love the feeling you get. Take a test drive this weekend. Chicago Auto Show. If you found a Kia you want, get it at Classic Kia, the only Kia dealership for me. Classic Kia on Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and online at classickiaonline.com. A little behind on tax questions because my boss called and told me that he cares about my backside being clean, which I don't think is appropriate from your boss.
I don't think that's
that.
exactly what happened. You insisted on him getting a bidet. I've never used a bidet.
You seem a little upset that there's not one in the ladies' room.
I won't be using this one. And then he installed it for you after you bitched at him about it. So
you jumped in the same time I did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
On the CFG?
Yeah.
I'm not able to use it. It's in the boys' room and I don't poo here.
I know.
You don't poo where you work.
It's not our fault. You're crazy.
I take that very literally.
No, you don't do it where you eat, not where you work. Take a saying that doesn't exist literally. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You'll eat here. You just won't leave it. All right. Let me see what we got for Julie questions. Are any of the places like Fresh Start for WIIL? Is there a catch for these? Is back taxes owed relief possible? So this person's got that.
Okay. The Fresh Start program doesn't exist anymore.
That was the government letting you.
But there are ways of doing like an offer in compromise to maybe reduce how much you owe them. So there are ways of doing that. And the big companies that do those, I do them for a few people of my clients.
You've done them?
Yeah. It's not my specialty. It's not my favorite thing
It's
to
like
do.
a negotiation.
But yeah, you negotiate. You send in like everything about your life that shows all your assets, anything
to the government,
all your bills, everything, to show them that you can't make the payments.
Okay.
And then they come back and you negotiate how much you think that
you can't make the payments. We'll gladly take a percentage of what you don't have.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Will it? Hi. I do DoorDash as a side gig. Can you please explain the no tax on tips rule? And if you think it might apply to us who receive tips on a second job. We already kind of talked about no tax on tips.
Well, on the DoorDash and Uber, they've been actually listing on their paperwork that they give the people how much is tips. So we can use that figure to take it off the tax return.
Right.
So
this text says, will it be easy to do the no tax on overtime deduction, or is it too much of a hassle to even do? Is it?
Oh, I would definitely do it because it's going to get you more money.
Yeah.
You're going to leave money on the table if you don't. So.
And like normal people can understand how to do it or whatever.
Right. It's not horribly difficult. Yeah. It's going to be easier starting next year for the overtime.
Because they're not just making it up in the middle of it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My son turns 18 this year. So following Leah's question, what you are saying, give my kid two options: go to college full time or get the F out. Is that that's about
pretty
it
much
when it comes to taxes.
Yeah. But we also I talked to Leah off air that we would sit down with the parents and see what's best, because that year when they're graduating high school and working, they might still be on the parents' tax return if it works better for the parents. So we,
and it's tough too, because I encouraged him to do the trades. So
it's on you.
It's on me that he's still there,
so
and I'm not claiming him.
Yeah. I live in Illinois. How do I make sure I'm getting the homestead credit, and is there a refund for it?
Well, the homestead credit's through your treasury, through the treasurer for your tax bill. So that's not us.
That's not we're talking income tax, and that is property tax.
Right. And once you if you have real estate taxes, you can get it 5% off of your bill for the IRS or for the state.
And do you do stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, that's just, you give us your real estate tax bill and we put it on there as a credit. So
can I write off clothes and shoes I buy for work? They're like write-offs aren't a thing anymore, really. Because you just take the basic deduction and you would have to write off tons of stuff to go beyond that. Is that right?
But they actually took away those deductions. But if before they took them away, you wouldn't get to be able to do that unless it was a uniform. Like I'm wearing my jacket that says April tax on it.
Is that a uniform,
That
Julie?
would be considered a uniform.
All right.
His is definitely a uniform because he wears his my brother-in-law's wears his every day. So this is definitely a uniform.
This?
Yeah.
What he's wearing
that's
that
a
now?
uniform?
That's his uniform.
That's his uniform.
I
UNC,
see it.
It's got the April tax on it. And so,
slap
but if
a
you're
logo on it and call it a uniform.
Right. But if you're just getting everyday clothes that you would wear out at any time, then no,
No.
that's not
Slap a logo on it.
right.
Yeah.
If you have that's what we kind of look at is if you would use it on a date, if you could wear it on a date, then
It's
it's
not.
it's not deductible.
I wear
So,
anything on a date.
yeah.
That's why I'm alone.
Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
But it's not a deduction anymore, so
All right,
it doesn't
all right.
matter.
You got time because we got.
Oh, yeah, we got
I would
time.
like to cover a few more,
Yeah.
but I know we're in we're in gut check time for
we don't-
your.
We don't open till 10. I
all
don't
right,
have
all
anybody
right.
till 11.
All right. We'll go one more time. We'll go to the text line. We'll do a few more, and then I'll let you get into that tax preparing that you love to do.
Yep.
Julius here, apriltax.com with 2 A's, apriltax.com if you want to know more. And people can call you and set up an appointment or
and
whatever.
we can do appointments online or call us, get some more information if you like.
All right. Can people do it all Can they just email you their
Yes.
stuff? And then,
Well, we don't email because that's not secure, but we have a secure portal. Everything goes up into the portal. That's Eric's main job is to do all the portal ones.
He's your portal guy.
He's our portal guy.
Yeah.
And you sign it, you pay it, everything right through the portal. He calls you and says, this is what's going on.
I like that we're
what you need
saying
to do.
portal because it's one of my favorite Star Trek. City on the edge of forever. We walk by a photo booth down here and it looks like you could go, the portal where they go back and they meet Joan Collins and it doesn't end well. That's one of the best ones.
Yep.
I like Julie because she's a nerd. Do you still have the stuff up in the, you still got like Darth Vader and all that?
We have a 7-foot Darth Vader and we have a stormtrooper right as you come into the office. Yes.
You're a little too Sithy for me. I don't know why you picked the bad guys. Is it because you deal with the government and you're like, this is who I'm up against? Yeah.
No, my husband got them for me and he hasn't seen the movies. So he doesn't
he's like, you're a bad guy.
He just like, this is Star Wars. So here's Darth Vader.
It's better. My coworker, she would say, this is Star Trek. Here's Darth Vader.
There you go.
Trekkie Wars.
Trekkie Wars.
Trekkie
Good old
Wars,
Trekkie
yes.
Wars. 9:15.
Sunny and 35 today.
All right. One more time to the text line with Julie from April Tax. And, this is a tax question.
Okay.
We have 95 Will Rock's cash for couples.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1,000 as a prize. And we send them the, what is it, 1099 or whatever.
It's a W9
or whatever. Yeah. And we make them pay taxes on it. If it's $599, though, are you supposed, if it's that or lower, they don't get that form and that doesn't go to the government, but you're supposed to claim it, right?
Exactly.
Say I made like $600 last year, over the amount last year, being online, being on Facebook or whatever, something like that, right? Or just over the, and I forgot to turn that one in last year. Can I just turn it in this year? And
no, every year is separate.
So, but they're not going to notice that at any point. Or this is a hypothetical. I'm not
hypothetical. Yeah, they could.
Yeah,
because
I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for Mark the mailman. He this is his question.
Asking for a friend,
or Leah or somebody else. Yeah.
So
but they got bigger fish to fry than me, right?
True, but it's just a letter. It's just be a letter saying, "Hey, you missed putting this on your tax return."
They don't come and handcuff you, kick the door in, anything like that.
They only do that if you're like Wesley Snipes and you're like.
He went to prison, right?
He went to prison because he said he didn't have to pay taxes on the millions of dollars he was earning as a movie star.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, so there's no tax on tips, but yes, tax on Wesley. I'm trying to think of a Wesley Snipes movie to quote, but I don't come up. No, I like Wesley Snipes. Oh, he was the vampire killer guy. Yeah. So there is tax on vampire killing.
Yes.
All right, there you go. One more time to the text line with Julie from April Tax, 800-223-9510. We'll run that down next on Will Rock. All right. One more time on the text line, free tax advice. We do this every year because it changes every year and it's confusing and I hate it. And Julie from April Tax Service understands it and has to relearn her job every year. The accountant stuff, that stays the
That
same.
stays
The
the same.
numbers,
Yeah.
math does not change. Math, math is a
I
universal.
thought 2 + 2 was now 5.
Well, in the world we live in, it may be math is universal and it can't lie and all that stuff. But every year it is like every year stuff changes for you.
Yeah. I mean, this year was a big change. The past few years hasn't been very much. There's always like a little tweaking and stuff they do, but this year was a big change because of the big, beautiful bill.
Do you like that? Does it keep it interesting or is it a pain in the ass?
Pain.
Yeah,
pain.
it's more on the negative side of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was
They
like
changed my whole tax return. So as I'm going through with my clients, I don't know what I'm looking. I'm like, wait a minute, what's this line now?
all right, yeah, all right, brand new. All right, this one says if I run a 501c3, that's a charitable organization, out of my home and utilize 1,000 square feet or more of my home, can I deduct expenses and order anything off my taxes?
It would have to be exclusively used for the non-for-profit or any business, even if you have a small business.
If there's a chair in there and somebody sits down and they're not there for your 501c3, now the chair is null and void. You can't.
Well, similar. If you have an office, but your kids go in there and do their homework. And
Really?
Yeah. It has to be
sending
used.
Inspectors out to see who uses your office or whatever.
But in the past, they have sent out an audit, and
I ain't
you
chancing
go
it.
out there and there's closet and you have like personal clothes in there.
Yeah.
It's in the office.
They're like,
they've disallowed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it has happened.
All right. I'm self-employed and file a Schedule C every year. Is there a way to pay into Social Security?
If you have a profit, it should flow onto your tax return where you're paying Social Security. If you don't have profits, then you're not paying into Social Security.
I understand that you're saying words. Is paying back tuition tax deductible?
No.
No.
It is not.
Then why do they send us a tax? I always question that. I don't even bring it in.
The interest on your student loans is deductible. Yes.
Oh.
So you've been screwing yourself out of that. Yeah. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Bring in all the tax forms. The more, the better.
Yeah.
Because
And these are predatory student loans is why these places are making bank off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've more than paid off your loan and a reasonable amount. It's
Probably twice.
if people are like, well, they should have to pay those back or whatever. If you look into what it is and when Pell Grants went away
and no one explained
and nobody explained that this will
here's $10,000 on
Yeah.
a credit card, and that's how they gave it to us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could, but they made it very confusing,
Very.
and it had just changed from what the loans were to. It's a shifty thing that happened so that banks could get rich at the expense of people. So there's two sides to that story, and that's why Leah's not out spending money on other things and stimulating the economy, is because she's paying ridiculous interest to banks for an education that has not served her at all.
It has not.
Not at all. Let's do one more. If you gamble, and we got a bunch of gambling ones on here. If you gamble and get your win-loss statement from the casino to claim your losses, do you need to itemize? How many deductions do you need to actually itemize?
Okay. So you can only write off up to your winnings. So you have to have winnings in order to write it off. You can't just write off all your losses. And now it's limited to 90%.
So if I win $100,000, but I've lost more than that,
right.
I can if I have proof that I've lost, I can say, look, 90,000. So then I'm only paying taxes on $10,000.
Right.
So but they're still going to tax you on at above 90%.
Correct.
You're going to pay taxes on it.
Yep.
Your winnings. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It'd be a good problem to have.
Right.
I mean, to have winnings. People do that, I guess. I've never experienced that, but apparently
we have some people that have come in with what was like 100 W-2Gs.
Yeah.
For
different
winnings,
casinos and everything with win-loss statements.
Mostly.
Is anybody in the black though? Everybody's in the red. That's how they build those casinos.
Well,
But it's just a good time. Yeah.
So
If you can get it close, whatever. All right. If you have more questions, what's the best way? Go to the website or email or
you go to-
call or whatever.
all the above. Go to the
Okay.
website,
And
email me.
Are you taking on new clients or
Always.
whatever? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what if somebody's got like a simple tax? They don't have a lot of investments, or maybe they got a 401k. Well, that doesn't even go against it. Maybe they have a, they're making a little money off of something or whatever. It's how to get you to do their taxes. Can you ballpark or
Generally,
you really
if
can't?
it's single person, no dependents, we start at 210.
Yeah.
If it's a family, it's a single parent, or you have kids, joint return starts at 245.
Yeah. And then you do and it's ready to go, and you file it and all of that stuff.
Most of the time, we do it right there in front of the client with them there,
Yeah.
and within an hour or less, they're out the door with their tax return and money coming to them in a few weeks.
All right.
They're getting a refund.
If they're getting a refund or whatever, and you're not it's adjust your withholdings or whatever. So.
Right. And that's the other thing. We will help you figure
them,
out how to make certain that you are getting some sort of refund, at least breaking even. So you're not owing a ton.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
We'll see you in a year.
See you in a year.
Hey, good luck through health season. I'll
you.
see you April 16th.
Yes.
So there you go.
No, you won't.
No,
April 16th, we're sleeping.
Okay, April 17th. But then you got to start working on the filings for the people who just got extensions.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
There's Julie.
guys.
April Tax Service in Gurnee, right by it's the strip mall with all the food options.
Yes.
So, all right.
Which thank you for bringing us soup.
You're welcome. That's homemade soup.
Next year we would like honey baked hams, whole
No,
hams. So,
I like homemade soup.
All right. April tax with 2A's.com. It is 9:26.
Sunny and 35 today.
Evanescence on Will Rock. Turn those up. Not how do I do this? 95 Will Rock, the Rock Station. Tom and Leo Will Rock Morning Show.
First day.
There's a lot of buttons and lights. I don't. They're fun. Look, I got a red light right by my face.
Oh, yay.
Yay. It is 9:30 now.
Sunny, 35 for today, 23 overnight, 35 tomorrow, 50s for the weekend. It is 29 in Winthrop Harbor and 30 in Woodstock. And it is time for the 95 Will Rock Happy Hour News. If you've ever wished that a buddy could smell your farts and then provide you with an analysis of your gut bacteria.
I was just thinking that the other day.
Right? I was
Yeah.
like, I wish that
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
would smell my farts and tell me
Oh, yes, please.
how my gut is doing.
Yeah.
Technology, though, becoming your best friend. Scientists have created smart underwear that can monitor your gut bacteria by measuring hydrogen in your farts. Yeah, in your farts. The wearable sensor, it lasts up to a week on a charge, and it detects dietary changes with 95% accuracy.
95% accuracy of what? It says you're not eating properly, or you are eating properly, or you should have less beans.
I'm not sure, but
Like,
studies.
Is it like an app on your phone and you're like, hey, look at my farts?
More to come on that. Studies show people pass gas how many times a day on average?
I don't know, based on 700.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I work with you. What do you know? What do you,
Average.
no, I don't. Let me 20 times a day.
32 times on average,
I'm
though.
an underperformer.
It can range from 4 to 60, especially during chili season. So, this message,
Chili's the food.
yeah, it's chili season.
We're cracking wise now, right? They didn't really go. There is an escalation from the months of September through
Oh, man.
March during chili season.
Yeah.
There is an escalation.
Even though, again, you know how I feel about chili season. It's the same thing as soup season. It's
Always
year round.
chili
It's
season.
always
All
chili
right,
season.
all
So
right.
this message brought to you by your underwear.
Hello, this is your smart.
That's not real.
That message from Tom's underwear.
That's comedy. That's not real, right? Is the thing you're talking about real?
The thing I'm talking about is weird.
But that's not. But the audio's not real.
No,
I don't want my underwear talking to me
no.
because it would have problems all over the place, not just back. The front would be like, my turn. I have a few notes. If we're having a meeting, I'd like to bring up a couple of things.
95 Will Rock is spreading the love this February. The love of money.
I'm a big fan of money.
95 Will Rock's Cash for Couples. You could win $1,000 and really feel the love. Check out all the details on the Win Stuff page at 95willrock.com. Big bags of money. Thanks to Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Visit them at windycityrooter.com. And Citywide Mortgage. Call TK at Citywide Mortgage today. 847-800-5699. It's 95 Will Rock's Cash for Couples. The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock.
Latest Royal Bliss by my side on Will Rock, Tom and Leo Will Rock Morning Show. It is 9:40.
Sunny, 35 for today, 23 overnight, 35 tomorrow. Looking like we are hitting the 50s for the weekend. It's 30 in Waukegan and 31 in Palatine.
Let's find out what's up in Florida. Sunshine State update coming up next.
Well, they experienced some cold temperatures. I think they're back to normal now.
It was like in Miami and all, it was like snowing in northern Florida. Miami was like freezing and stuff. Yeah.
And then there are a lot of places, they have heat, but it's just not the same. Like their insulation is different, right?
Yeah,
so
they're not ready for the cold.
No, they are not, but they are ready for some different kinds of pizza.
Okay. They're not ready for cold, but they're ready for different pizza.
BYOI.
BYO. I don't know what I is, but we will find out coming up next. Speaking of food, prom, our big Tom and Leah's super senior prom, everybody 21 and over, because there's open bar, is welcome to this event. You can dress in it. You can wear jeans and a t-shirt if you want, or you can get dressed up all goofy or whatever you want to do. We'll have prom court too. We'll get people in charge of decorating and picking the king and queen and all sorts of goofy stuff like that. We got to come up with like a there's like a tag name to it. Last time it was enchantment under the influence,
Yeah.
or whatever. We'll come up with something, but the court will come up with that.
Okay.
Keep listening for details. But you got to get your tickets now. The first 50, and I don't know, maybe we're already past that, but get your tickets now. The first 50 tickets sold will go into a drawing for a free hotel stay. And by the way, if you want to stay the night, they're at the 10 in Gurnee, just $99 for the night. The tickets for the prom are $100. You get, of course, the entertainment. We got live music from the Breakfast Club. You also get heavy hors d'oeuvres throughout the night, so you don't have to worry about food, and open bar for 3 hours from 7 until 10. It's going on Saturday night, April 11th. Get your tickets now. 10 Hotel in Gurnee is where it's happening, and you can get all the tickets, the hotel stay, all of that stuff under the Go tab on the road trips page at 95willrock.com. Tom and Leah's Super Senior Prom. We'll see you there with Will Rock.
I think they're out of it now, but Florida, they were experiencing some cold temperatures and it was causing what happens every year.
Iguanas freezing and falling out of the trees.
Stunning them and just falling right out of the trees. So iguana trapper Ryan Isguarido, he decided to use those iguanas and make a special kind of pizza with them.
Iguana. Some good iguana. I mean, You seem to like it. What is it? Did they say what it tastes like?
Fired pizza. Well, he said it tasted kind of like frog legs and a little sweet.
Okay. You can get frog legs. They have them over at the Colony House. They have
Oh,
frog legs.
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Not a fan.
No.
That's like chicken.
Is it like gamey or
no? But I saw a thing where frog legs, you can put like lemon juice on them, and they'll start to twitch again. And so I think before they're cooked, and I just don't want anything that I can get to reanimate.
Okay.
Because I think that might turn me into a zombie. I don't. This is a very elaborate spiral in my mind of why I don't eat frog legs, and now by extension, not iguana.
Yeah. See, and I'm not eating iguana because I had a pet iguana as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
you don't want to know that.
You don't want to know what happened with Sam. One day we'll hear the iguana story. I'm still
time.
I'm still struggling with Sammy the pig and the sad story of Sammy the pig. So I don't, but you eat bacon and you had Sammy the pig.
Yeah,
so.
because I was told of a tale
Sammy's,
of lies.
Yeah, Sammy's living happily still at the farm.
I was told that you don't eat pot-bellied pig, but people do apparently. So
when the iguanas fall out of the trees, are they dead or are they just like stunned or something from the cold? Are they dead?
Well, I'd imagine if you fell out of a tree, you'd probably die.
It's not the cold that killed them. The cold just froze them up, and then they. It wasn't even the fall. It was the sudden stop at the end that killed them. What did the iguanas die of? Was it the frost? No, concrete poisoning. The minute they hit the sidewalk, that was it for the iguana. All right. More than I ever want to know about the dining options of iguana. Thank you for that. Hailstorm on Will Rock. Magic time, 9:51. Tom and Leah, Will Rock Morning Show.
Sunny and 35 today, 23 overnight, 35 tomorrow. But do not worry. It's going to warm up this weekend, looking at 50s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is 30 in Lake Villa and 28 in Racine.
Might be motorcycle riding weather this weekend. That would be fun. So Leah's eating. I brought her
So
spaghetti. I have a rule. I don't return Tupperware empty. And her mom made me some type of Italian caviar.
Is that where this was?
Yeah, that was the little yellow balls.
I thought you
of
were
chicken,
saying that I need to return this.
No, that's
to
your
you.
Tupperware.
This is my Tupperware.
Yeah.
Well, it's my mom's.
I wasn't telling you to fill it up and send it back, but you can.
Okay.
That's what your mom gave those little. What did you call it?
Italian penicillin.
Italian penicillin.
Italians know it's just
it's like pasta.
It's pastina.
Yeah.
Oh.
But with
but it makes you feel better.
Made in chicken stock and with some stuff. And your mom gave me that. And I did. It made me feel better.
Yeah.
It made me feel good. It was from your mom.
Yeah.
But I won't. And that's why I finally cooked at my Fortress of Solitude, was because I had come up with something to put in your Tupperware.
This is incredible.
I can't return Tupperware empty. That's a rule. It's good, right? I make a fine sauce.
I can't wait for the show to be over so I can get back
Y'all
to
just keep eating.
All
Then
right.
fine.
Fine, I will.
Besides her stuffing her face on the show today, we also learned about smart underwear. We found out about balls in her box. And Leah met not Cooper's coach. A little awkward
My
moment
handler.
for her. Yeah, everybody's had those awkward moments. Sometimes you just got to pass your PB&Js off to a stranger. This is all that can be done. Miss a show, miss whatever the hell that was. We'll wrap up whatever this is. Coming up next on Will Rock. All right. It is 9:56.
Sunny and 35 today.
We go now. Thanks, Julie from April Tax Service, for being on with us this morning. April with two A's, tax.com. Appreciate her free tax advice. Back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 5 until 10. Best day of the week. Open phone Thursday. Call in and say whatever you want all morning long. Free speech lives here. We're going to get out of here. The delightful Jen Mar coming in next. You have a good day. Be nice to each other. 95 Will Rock, the rock station.
Hey, a-holes.
Go home. Go.